Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to talk to you about a huge announcement that just came out by the Transportation Secretary for the Department of Transportation. Now, before I start, I wanted to ask you to please smash the like button on this video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly videos, where every Friday we release one video where we cover one topic talking about something that will benefit you in your trucking businesses and in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads that we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased on owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authority, running under our truck dispatch services. So hit those like buttons, let's get the show on the road. Now, what I was talking about is this announcement. It's about a $1 billion grant that has been set aside that will support 70 different infrastructure projects throughout 44 U.S. states. And basically it will focus on helping to build and rebuild, roads, bridges, highways, transit systems, rail systems, ports, and even intermodal projects. And the program, it's called BUILD, B-U-I-L-D. It stands for Better Utilizing Investments to Leverage Development. And it actually replaces an older program that it used to run in conjunction with. It was a federal program called TIGER. It was a total mouthful, and it stood for Transportation Investment Generating Economic Recovery Program. And so BUILD will replace TIGER. And what's cool is that since 2017, for the past 3 years, $4 billion has already actually been distributed throughout the BUILD program. And it continues to do so, with this year being another $1 billion put into our infrastructure of the United States. Now, these projects are actually being selected on different types of bases. It's based on safety, economic competitiveness, environmental sustainability, and innovation and partnerships with different types of industry representatives. So there will be some qualification in order to get that money. But what's cool is that no individual grant was provided that more than $25 million, and no state received more than $100 million. So it will be pretty even keel between the 44 states that will receive these funds. What's even better is that 50% of the funding will be devoted to projects in rural areas and rural parts of the country, which are in dire need of repair. And as you know, truckers, who else is better to know than truckers, that our roads are in horrible shape, and this money is going to go directly to repairing roads, bridges, and highways. So good stuff there. So without further ado, I'm going to switch over to camera. We'll look over the loads that we've successfully booked for our customers. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We come out with these videos every single week, and definitely want to stick around for the remainder of this video, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Now, in the interest of saving time, I will mention this. All the loads are going to be one pick, one drop, except one. When we get to it, I'll mention it. We start off with some DriveIn Freight coming out of Medina, Ohio, going to Wichita, Kansas. A very interesting load, being that it's only 9,000 pounds of empty Pepsi cans. It was originally booked at $2,600 for 964 miles. And was supposed to deliver on Sunday, but the driver ended up getting unloaded on Monday, and our dispatchers did not skip a beat. They ended up getting the driver an additional $550 in detention and layovers, ended up closing this deal at $3,150 for 964 miles booked at $327 per mile. So with that said, I do want to mention that we always fight for your detention. If you are due detention or layovers, communicate with your dispatch. Make sure that the times, your in and out times, are clearly indicated on the BOL. Submit the documentation. We will always fight for your detention. We don't always get it, but we always fight for it, because we're always interested in making sure that you get the highest dollar amount possible, because we work on commission, which I believe is the fairest way to go. So carrying on, next we have Hutchinson, Kansas, going to La Crosse, Wisconsin. It was a load of salt, 42,000 pounds on a weight, picked up in the morning, delivered the following day in the afternoon, so about a day and a half of running. 682 miles booked at $2,100, which got them $308 per mile. Then they took a load 2 miles down the road in La Crosse, went to Cuba, New York, 43,000 pounds of food product. This was 831 miles. Booked at $3,200, which was $385 per mile. All in all, they ran Friday to Friday, ended up booking $8,450, and ran 2,477 miles, averaged $341 per mile loaded, and $327 per mile with deadhead, which only was 106 miles of deadhead. Fantastic. Great week. Then they took another load. This was a different solo driver. Blythewood, South Carolina, going to Knoxville, Tennessee. This was 41,000 pounds of food product, 266 miles, booked at $1,100, which got them $414 per mile. Then they took a load out of Morrisontown, Tennessee, going to Bryan, Ohio, 444 miles. It's 40,000 pounds of plastic product. booked also at $1,100, $248 per mile. Then they took a load out of Lima, Ohio, going to Covington, Georgia, 620 miles for a load of food product, 38,000 pounds on the weight, $1,900 booked at $306 per mile. Then they took a load out of Dalton, Georgia, going to Charlotte, North Carolina. This was a load of carpets, 39,000 pounds, 320 miles booked at $1,000, which got him $313 per mile. All in all, this driver only ran Monday to Friday. He's always home on the weekends. And no exception this time. He started his Monday really late and finished his Friday early. So he ran 1,650 miles on a dot, ended up getting $5,100 in gross, averaging $309 per mile. Excellent. Next, we have some team runs. These are drive-ins. Here's the one pick, two dropper I had mentioned. Anderson, South Carolina is the pickup, going to Harrisonburg, Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia. It was a load of palletized tissue paper, so very light at 16,000 pounds. It was 485 miles booked at $1,600, which got him $330 per mile. Then it took a load out of Baltimore, Maryland, going to Independence, Missouri. That was booked at $2,100. It was 43,000 pounds of paper. It was 1,053 miles booked at $1.99 per mile. Then it took a load out of Kansas City, Missouri, going to Union City, California. This was freight of all kinds at 30,000 pounds, 1,818 miles booked at $3,700, which got him $204 per mile. Then out of Gilroy, California, they took a load to Irving, Texas. It was 1,650 miles for 42,000 pounds of miscellaneous freight of all kinds, booked at $4,300. That's $261 per mile. All in all, they ended up running Saturday to Saturday, booked $11,700 worth of freight, got a little over 5,000 miles, 5,006 miles, which got them $234 per mile average. Now we have some drive-in freight solos, freight of all kinds, very light at 15,000 pounds, coming out of DuQuoin, Illinois, going to Abilene, Texas. 849 miles booked at $2,450, which got them $289 per mile. Then they took a load right out of Abilene, so no deadhead there, going to Davisville, West Virginia. This was 30,000 pounds of packaging materials. 1,306 miles booked at $2,900, which got them $222 per mile. Then they took a load out of Washington, West Virginia, going to Iowa City, Iowa, which was a 38,000 pound load of non-hazmat chemicals. There was 652 miles booked at $1,500, which got them $230 per mile. Then they took a load out of Muscatine, Iowa, going to Fremont, Ohio, which was dry food, 44,000 pounds on a weight, 444 miles booked at $1,800, which got them $405 per mile. All in all, they ran Friday to Thursday, ended up booking $8,650 worth of freight, got 3,251 miles, and got an average of $266 per mile. And then we have our van team, another van team. It's these guys needed to get home to Florida, so they weren't really able to spend a lot of time on the road, but we made it happen nonetheless. So they picked up a load out of Deming, New Mexico, going to Joliet, Illinois. This was 42,000 pounds of freight of all kinds. It was 1,493 miles booked at $3,626, which got them $243 per mile. And they took the next load out of Chicago, right there, not much deadhead. Took that to Orlando, Florida, where they needed to go. This was a very light load, 6,000 pounds of food, 1,150 miles, booked at $4,000, which got them $348 per mile. And even though they only ran for just a few days, Saturday to Tuesday, they ended up still booking $7,626. Ran 2,643 miles and got $289 per mile. Excellent job. Next, they ran some drive-ins coming out of Firth, Idaho, going to Joplin, Missouri. It was 25,000 pounds of dry goods, 1,304 on the miles, booked at 3,150, which got them $242 per mile. Then they took a load out of Baxter Springs, Kansas, going to Salt Lake City, Utah, my neck of the woods. It looks like 13,000 pounds of paper, 1,197 miles on the weight, $2,800 booked, which got them $234 per mile. And then right out of Salt Lake City, they took a load to Denver, which got them 518 miles, 28,000 pounds of electrical cabling. So it looks like all the loads were really light. Got booked at $1,900, which got them $367 per mile. All in all, they ran Friday to Friday, went to the Midwest, came back to the West, ended up in Denver, booked $7,850 worth of freight, 3,019 miles, booked at $260 per mile. Then we have some Reefer Freight. This guy, he really needed to get home. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to really spend too much time on the road, but he did very well, I would say. Took a load out of Mapsville, Virginia, took it to Jessup, Maryland. That was 160 miles. That was a load of yogurt, booked at 1,020 miles. $1,020, which got him $6.38 per mile. Then he did something very interesting. Took a load out of Bridgeville, Delaware, took that over to Monrovia, Maryland, which was a load of seafood. That was 121 miles, booked at $1,000, which got him $8.26 per mile. Then he deadheaded back to Bridgeville, Delaware, and took a load to Monrovia, same broker, same everything, seafood. Another $1,000 booked, $8.26, 121 miles, right? So considering that he ran back, and he probably spent almost nothing in fuel, considering, you know, you're running your truck and trailer empty, and you know, you can't even cut that rate in half, to be honest with you. He ended up actually booking this in 3 days. He made $3,020, but he only ran 402 miles in 3 days and ended up with an awesome average of $7.51 per mile. So here's the thing, guys. If you're looking to make this kind of money, if you're not making this kind of money, you're going to want to work with experienced dispatchers, with an experienced team. If you're an owner-operator and you're looking for an honest company, somebody you can lease on with, someone's going to have, you know, real integrity and good freight and is going to really take care of you like the human being that you are and not a number, then guess what? A2C Logistics is the way to go. One of the cheapest ways to lease on, really great company. You know, I definitely vouch for that. If you are, you know, your own MC authority and you want to run under your own MC authority, great. We dispatch carriers all the time. I mean, a lot of these guys are carriers operating under their own authority. You want to get great freight, it's going to be all booked under your company name. You won't have to worry about paperwork, insurance certificates, billing and invoicing. You don't have to worry about anything. Just deliver the freight, send us the BOLs. We'll take care of everything from A to Z. If you have questions, leave me a comment in the box below in the comments. You can also text us. You can call us. The number is 801-448-6363. More information can be found on our website at aftdispatch.com /go. There's going to be a little chat box in the top bottom right corner. You can leave us a message. We'll always respond to you within 1 day or earlier. So if you have any questions, leave us a comment, send us a text message, give us a call. We're always here for you. Until next week, you guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.